Yo, so today I'm gonna be breaking down this hyperpop melody I made and then probably throwing some drums on it.
Pineapple!
So to start off with this melody, I started off with this omnisphere sound, and it's just a synth key, this one called analog, and it sounds like this. So really this is a super duper simple pattern. So I just took a triad and I flipped this that middle note up an octave and then I arpeggiated it. So it ended up going like that. So it ended up sounding really cool, and then I just did it going down the scale. And I thought that was just a really nice melody to start with, but it really wasn't standing out enough. Like it sounded super basic. So what I did is I rendered it out, did the reverse thing that I've been doing in pretty much like all my videos to spice up my loops, and then I pitched it up 300 cents, so it ended up being an F sharp minor, and then turned on generic bleeding, switched the mode to stretch, and I put the BPM up to 149 because I played it in 140, and I kind of get stuck in this thing where I just use 140 all the time because that's what FL default opens up on. So that pattern sounds like this. So it ended up just sounding a lot different, and I really liked the way it sounded after I reversed it and chopped it up and everything. The next thing I did is grabbed a marimba or a kalimba, not really sure which one, from Expand, and then just copied that same pattern over, and then did Control A Alt S to strum it, so it sounds like more realistic, I guess, but it just gives it a different feeling. So here's this pattern. And the only thing I added that's different from that synth key is these two notes here. Alright, so after I did that, I went into Serum and I grabbed a mallet from Serum. And I created this pattern to go along with the kalimba or marimba or whatever. But in Exquisite Beats video, he was talking about like switching up from like using like 1/4 beat to like moving over to triplets. So I added some triplets in here to just kind of like add a different kind of rhythm to the melody, and I think it actually worked out really good in the end. So here's this melody. So it already sounds really cool alone, but then with the other mallet, it sounds like this. So it ended up sounding really nicely, and they blend very nicely together. After that, I knew the melody needed some high end, so I added this lead from Serum. It's from that Omega kit that I talked about probably on Monday when that gets released. But yeah, that's a free kit, so you can go grab this lead. But it sounds like this. It almost kind of reminds me of like Money Longer, how like the synth or the lead goes up for the melody. It's that same kind of sound, but I just have it playing this pattern. And then in the arrangement, I made it unique here. So it's like, I don't know. This just sounded really good to me when I was arranging it. So I'll play this little bit. It just added something really nice before the drums would drop in here. Then after that, in the spaces that that other lead wasn't playing, I grabbed the umbrella lead from that Sunboy kit, and I laid out this melody. And that just repeats over another 4 bars. And those two really come together as one, so it's nice. Oh, and just because I'm gonna change the note color for the thumbnail, but you go up here, you right click, and then you have all of these different colors. So I'm just gonna change it to purple. So now the notes will be nice and pretty. Then the last sound I added was this sub bass, and it just copies the bass notes. And I just have that playing in the intro. So for the mixing, I really didn't do anything special. I just cut the lows on everything that the lows needed to be cut. On that reverse, I added a magic switch. And then on the mallet, I added reverb. Added a imager and reverb on the more hyperpop-ish mallet from Serum. Didn't do anything on the lead. And then on the second lead, I just boosted the highs. And then cut the highs on the sub bass. And then I did the same reverse effect with ambience that I did in the last video, and then also added a gate before the drums would come in. So I'll play the first part of the melody like before the drums would drop. Yeah, so it's really cool. So I'm gonna hop into a new FLP and throw some drums on this. And I always recommend when you're doing drums just to throw a soft clip around the master, just to make sure you can like boost the 808 as high as you want, but it won't clip. And then with this particular 808, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter and then turn the boost knob up here. Alright, so I just threw these drums on it real quick, and I'm going to listen to how it sounds with the stutter and everything, just to make sure it sounds nice.
Pineapple.
Alright, so that sounds pretty cool, and that's going to be pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. And thanks for the support on one of the older Hyperpop videos that I did. It's like the perfect one, but that one's like at 5K views or something, which is crazy. So yeah, thanks for that. And I'm gonna go watch One Piece because I just finished Marineford. It's really good. But Instagram spoiled it. This Reels thing, it sucks. But yeah, have a splendid rest of your night.